This is the SUV that doesn't have to choose. The 2026 Honda Passport TrailSport isn't just another off-road trim with stickers and lifted suspension. It's a true dual-threat machine, built to crawl over rocks, ford streams, and tackle backcountry trails without sacrificing comfort, space, or daily drivability. After a full week behind the wheel, from city commutes to mountain trails, I can say this: Honda finally got it right. This isn't the soft, half-hearted trail sport of the past, like on the CR-V or Ridgeline. This is the most comprehensively upgraded trail sport ever, with real off-road hardware, aggressive styling, and a cabin packed with practicality. It has 31-inch all-terrain tires, skid plates, recovery hooks, TrailWatch 360-degree cameras, and a softened front anti-roll bar for better articulation. All wrapped in a bold new design that finally makes the Passport look like its own vehicle. Not a shortened Pilot, but here's the surprise. Despite all that rugged gear, it still drives like a Honda. Smooth, quiet, and refined on pavement. No harsh ride, no constant tire roar, no compromise. And at $54,400 as tested, it undercuts rivals like the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk and Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, while offering more interior space and modern tech. So is it tough enough for the trail? Comfortable enough for the commute? And does the new 10-speed transmission fix the old sluggishness? Let's break it down, because the 2026 Passport TrailSport might be the perfect balance between adventure and everyday life. Look at the 2026 Passport TrailSport. For the first time, it doesn't look like a chopped-off Honda Pilot. It has its own identity, wider, squatter, and more aggressive. The front end is dominated by a wide, slim grille with integrated headlights and amber-colored daytime running lights, a rugged touch that stands out in traffic. The TrailSport-specific wheels are 18-inch alloys wrapped in General Grabber AT Sport tires. Aggressive, but not cartoonish. The roof rails are functional. The body cladding is chunky, but not excessive. And the orange recovery hooks up front scream, I mean business. From the side, the longer hood and flatter profile give it a planted, capable stance. The rear has a Class 3 trailer hitch with integrated recovery loops, so you're ready to pull or be pulled. And unlike most off-road trims, the changes aren't just cosmetic. Every visual upgrade serves a purpose, whether it's protection, visibility, or traction. This isn't an appearance package. It's a functional transformation, one that says, I'm ready for dirt, but I'll still turn heads at the grocery store. Step inside and you're not in a truck. You're in a Honda family SUV with off-road soul. The cabin is roomy, well-built, and packed with smart storage. There are cup holders everywhere, front, rear, console, plus deep door pockets, a large center bin, and hidden cubbies. The rear seats are spacious, with good legroom and easy access. The trunk is massive, squared off, flat-floored, and perfect for gear, groceries, or camping equipment. The materials? Hard plastics dominate, but they're durable and easy to clean, ideal for muddy boots and wet dogs. The orange contrast stitching on the dash, doors, and seats adds a sporty flair, and the TrailSport logo is debossed into the front headrests. A nice touch for enthusiasts. The Elite trim we tested adds the TrailWatch 360-degree camera system, which includes overhead, forward, and front wheel close-up views, critical for off-roading. The infotainment is Honda's latest 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Responsive, intuitive, and distraction-free. There's no digital gauge cluster, but the analog dials are clear and legible. This isn't a luxury SUV. It's a practical, no-nonsense adventure vehicle. And it's better for it. Under the hood, the Passport TrailSport keeps the 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, now making 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. That's just 5 more horsepower than before. But the engine has been redesigned, switching from SOHC to DOHC for better efficiency and breathing. Paired with a new 10-speed automatic transmission, it should feel smoother and more responsive. But here's the truth, it doesn't. The power delivery is still peaky. Most of the torque arrives at 5,000 RPM, and peak power hits at 6,100 RPM, way up in the rev range. That means around town, the transmission fires off multiple shifts just to keep the engine in the sweet spot. On ramps, you need to stomp the throttle to get a downshift, and the result is a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 7.7 seconds, 0.6 seconds slower than the Pilot with the same engine, and 1.6 seconds slower than the old Passport TrailSport. That's baffling. The new Passport is also nearly 500 pounds heavier than the previous model, tipping the scales at 4,706 pounds, despite being shorter than the three-row Pilot. All that weight dulls acceleration and hurts fuel economy. We saw 16 mpg in the city, creeping up to 20 mpg on the highway, right on par with the EPA estimate, but not great for 2026. Still, the V6 is smooth, quiet, and reliable, and it tows 6,000 pounds, which is solid for the class. It's not fast, but it's dependable. Now, let's talk about how it drives on pavement, because this is where the TrailSport shines. Despite the all-terrain tires and off-road suspension tuning, the ride is supple, quiet, and comfortable, even better than the standard Passport. How? Honda softened the front anti-roll bar and retuned the shocks and springs to absorb bumps without jolting the cabin. The result? A smoother experience over potholes, expansion joints, and broken pavement. Yes, there's slightly more body roll in corners and a bit of fore-aft bobbing during hard stops, but it's minor. For most drivers, this setup actually improves daily comfort. The steering is light but precise. The brakes are strong, stopping from 60 miles per hour in just 125 feet, 1 foot shorter than before. And the handling? It holds 0.77 G of lateral grip, which is excellent for a mid-size SUV. Around our figure 8 course, it posted a 27.9 second lap, faster and more stable than the old TrailSport, despite being heavier and wearing aggressive tires. This proves something important. Off-road upgrades don't have to ruin on-road manners. In fact, they can make them better, if engineered right. And Honda nailed it. But what about the trail? Can it actually go off-road? Absolutely. The Passport TrailSport isn't a rock crawler like a Jeep Wrangler, but it's far more capable than you'd expect from a car-based SUV. The iVTM4 all-wheel drive system sends up to 100% of torque to the rear axle and up to 70% to a single rear wheel, helping it scramble over obstacles when only one tire has grip. The softer front anti-roll bar allows for more wheel articulation, so all 4 tires stay in contact on uneven terrain. We took it over rocky paths, loose gravel, and steep inclines, and it crawled confidently with minimal slippage. The 8.3 inches of ground clearance is the same as the base model, but the approach angle is improved thanks to the new bumper design. The Trail Mode adjusts traction control and throttle response for better control, and it automatically activates the TrailWatch camera feeds, showing front wheels, overhead view, and hill crests until you hit 15 miles per hour. This is incredibly useful, especially with the long, flat hood that limits forward visibility. There's also a sand mode for loose surfaces, plus snow, tow, and econ settings. The underbody skid plates protect the oil pan and transmission, so you don't have to baby it. Is it as capable as a Ford Bronco or Toyota 4Runner? No, but for 90% of trail users, it's more than enough. And unlike those trucks, you can drive it home without needing a chiropractor. At $53,945 to start and $54,400 as tested, the Passport TrailSport Elite sits right in the sweet spot of the mid-size SUV market. It's priced against the Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 and Toyota 4Runner SR5, but offers more standard off-road features than either. The TrailWatch system is only on the Elite trim. A shame, because it's too useful to be reserved for top models. But even the base TrailSport gets the tires, skid plates, recovery hooks, and suspension upgrades, making it a better value than the CR-V or Ridgeline TrailSports, which are mostly cosmetic. Compared to the 4Runner, The Passport is more comfortable, more spacious, and more modern, but less capable off-road. Compared to the Grand Cherokee, it's less luxurious, but more utilitarian, and often cheaper. For buyers who want real off-road readiness without sacrificing daily comfort, the Passport TrailSport is the best compromise. It's not extreme, it's not flashy, but it's smart. So, is the 2026 Honda Passport TrailSport worth it? If you want a two-row SUV that can handle trails, tow gear, and still be your daily driver, absolutely. It's not the fastest, it's not the most powerful, but it's one of the most balanced, blending real off-road hardware with Honda's legendary comfort and practicality. The new design gives it identity. The TrailWatch system enhances safety, and the ride quality proves you don't have to suffer on pavement to be capable off-road. Yes, the V6 feels outdated in an era of turbocharging and hybrids. Yes, it's slower than before, but it's smooth, reliable, and sufficient for most needs. This isn't a hardcore rig. It's a thoughtful, well-rounded SUV, perfect for weekend warriors, outdoor families, and anyone who wants to explore without compromising convenience. The future of off-roading isn't just about extremes. It's about balance, and the Passport TrailSport nails it. Would I take the Passport TrailSport over a 4Runner or Grand Cherokee? If I wanted more space, comfort, and value, yes. If I wanted maximum off-road prowess, maybe not. But I'd want one in my garage. What do you think? Is the TrailSport the perfect middle ground SUV? Could you see yourself in a Honda that's built for the trail but ready for the school run? Drop a comment below. Smash that like button if you want more honest SUV reviews and real-world comparisons. And subscribe, because we're not just covering cars. We're tracking the ones that make adventure accessible. Until next time, stay off-road, stay ready.